Good morning guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm out on the Inmotion V8F and I want to bring you guys today along for another little ride in the beautiful Cape Town. And what I want to do today is I want to give you my review and feedback of the Inmotion V8F and just talk about the wheel. Now, it's not going to be super in-depth, but it's going to cover all the things that I've picked up now in the last 2 weeks of having the pleasure to ride it, thanks to the courtesy of the guys at IROLL.co.za. They gave me the wheel or loaned me the wheel, and I was able to take it out and just enjoy this lovely environment. Just check sort of behind me. I hope you guys can see it. You should see there in the far distance at the back, you should see Table Mountain. I'm not going to make my way all the way to that side, as it is a southeasterly wind, and that means it is quite a strong headwind all the way to that side. So it's a little bit of a bummer. I tried to get out as early as possible to beat the wind, but I wasn't that lucky. But let's get started. So I just want to park down here, find a nice little spot here, and then set up the kit, and then we can talk about the wheel and what I found. Okay guys, let's get started. Let me tell you about the wheel. I've had the wheel now for 2 weeks, and I've got another week with it. That's sort of just under a week with it, and I just want to give you guys some feedback. It's been really a pleasure to ride this wheel. You know, I thought it's going to be too underpowered, coming from like a Sherman or S18, and I thought it's going to be too big or too light or just not a powerful wheel. But I'm very impressed with this Inmotion V8F. If you want to try and get into, or if you're very keen to get into unicycling, electric unicycling, and you're really looking for a wheel that is under £1,000 or $1,000, then this might be something to look at. You know, it's a 16-inch wheel. It doesn't have the 3-inch tires. I think it's the 2.75-inch tire, but it's a 16-inch. It's quite a nice tall wheel, meaning that I can easily put my, you know, it touches on the inside of the lower calf. This is like really nice and soft padding here that feels comfortable. It stands out a bit, so it makes your leg sort of at a 90-degree angle. You know, it's just like it's smooth and soft. That's what I really enjoy about this. Another thing, the wheel weighs 14.5 kilograms, so that's super light. You know, it's just like okay, I need to get over a pavement or whatever. You know, this wheel is not really made for jumping up and down pavements and stuff. It can do it, but it's not really designed for it. But yeah, just this lift handle underneath here. It's just like basically pick it up and go, boom, and then it balances again. It's just a really nice wheel. The charge port works well. It feels secure when you charge the wheel. The trolley handle, let's just turn it around quickly. The trolley handle is here on the one side. It's got a few settings. No, it doesn't. It's only got the top setting. It is a bit flimsy to the side and forward, but it's just really good. It's in the middle of the wheel, and it doesn't make the wheel lopsided or anything. I've not had any problems of it popping in and out, and the button is nice and responsive. Boom, clip it down and in. The power button is cool. The little indicator lights here in the front works quite well. You can see the battery status. The front light, I took it out the other morning or the other evening just to ride around in the streets. The GoPro would have made a real mess out of the footage because it was just too dark. But this light shines a really nice beam. Yeah, yes, it's not as powerful as the Sherman, because the Sherman's got a big old light, but it's got a good solid light. The same for the rear. I would have liked the rear light to be a little bit more brighter and a little bit more, what do you call it, a little bit bigger type of thing, a bigger area. The side lights is also nice. The side lights you can configure in the Inmotion app. I did have a bit of a struggle to get the Inmotion app going, but that's now working. I basically tried to reset my password and whatever to log in, and it just didn't work. So I waited till the next day, tried it again, reset my password, and I was able to log in. So sometimes you just need to give the system a bit of time to probably sort itself out. The Inmotion app is you can configure the lights, you can listen to Bluetooth music. It's got a Bluetooth speaker in, as far as I understand. I don't really use that. And yeah, you can configure the side lights in the Inmotion app. And you can also do all the ride modes and stuff. You get the range, you can record your ride, your distance, or whatever. So the Inmotion app is definitely a good addition to this wheel. I've been using EUC World, and that's been working flawlessly. Recording my rides here as I ride here in Cape Town. But yeah, it's just a really nice wheel. 16-inch wheel. The side pad, the pedals is nice and wide. I've got a size 10 shoe, EU44, and you know, even if I put it next to it, there's such a lot of space on the side. I usually ride heel in, toe out a little bit, and that really fits me very well. A lot of movement. I think the only thing is you need to get used to the wide pedals, because if you go through narrow little paths or stones or whatever, you might get some clipping, and that can catch you off guard. The charging, just to cover the charging again, the charging charges really quickly because it's got a small 518 watt-hour battery. So yeah, the charging was nice and quick. You know, it's just a really nice wheel. The other thing as well, it's got an IP rating. Be able to ride in wet weather is just another thing that you don't have to worry about when you purchase this wheel. So if you take out your £1,000 or just under $1,000, you know that the wheel is or has a IP rating that will allow you to ride in the rain, or if you get stuck in the rain or a rain shower, that the wheel would be perfect. And that's sort of the thing that you want. You know, you want all these little things built in. And it's quite interesting that this wheel has got an IP rating that's under £1,000 or under $1,000, but the high-end wheels does not have an IP rating. It's just, for me, bizarre. We pay like 4 times the amount of money for it. But hey-oh, that's how it goes. Just want to check if I haven't missed anything. So yeah, just to cover the battery, I did a range test, so check out my other video. I'll link it down below, the other video, and I'll probably link the card into the beginning of the video, so you can go and check out the other video. I did a range test. The range I got is 17 miles, but the wind was pumping. I'm a 75 kilogram rider, so they quote the thing a maximum range of 20 miles, so I can easily think that this wheel will be able to do 20 miles of range, and that's perfect. Maximum speed or top speed, I've taken up to 21 miles per hour. It's very comfortable. It does a bit of tilt back then, so it tries and keeps you safe. It's also got the intelligent tilt back, so it doesn't just beep, it gives you a tilt back if you're overstretching the wheel, and that's also quite nice. So the top speed is 22 miles an hour, and I think the best speed to cruise at, because this is more I would probably say it is a commuter wheel if you don't need high speed. But in the town and exploring the towns and getting around big cities and stuff, this thing is like absolutely brilliant. For 22 miles an hour, you know, I think comfortably between 15 and 18 to 19 miles an hour. It's a really comfortable pace on this wheel, and it feels rock solid then. We've covered the wheel size. It's a 16-inch wheel, and it's 2.125 width. It's got a 1,000 watt nominal motor, 2,000 watt peak. The other thing, it also says it can climb a 30 degree. Again, 30 degrees is great stuff. But again, you know, if you are a heavier rider, anything over 100, anything over 90 kilos, the guys suggest that you look at the V10F because it's got much more power and also much more range. It's got a bigger battery, it's got just much more power for the heavier riders. So over 90 kilos, maybe look at the V10F. 30 degree slope, yeah, that's good. You know, I'm never going to go up that massive slope. It's not really an off-road wheel. It can do this type of gravel roads and pavements and whatever without any issues. The sand, it does struggle a bit in sand because the tire is not that wide. So I was caught off guard the other day. It didn't drop the wheel, but it sort of slinked a bit underneath me because the sand here is super soft. It's almost like silk. So yeah, it caught me off guard, but because of this nice big handle, I was able to catch the wheel and correct it. There's also got a weight limit of 100 kilograms. So yeah, if you are a heavier rider, and that's what the guys are saying, anything from 90 kilos up, and you're looking for this size type of wheel, profile, speed and so forth, look at the V10F. Having a really light wheel, you know, a 15 kilogram wheel, it just makes it such a nice wheel to even get started on. Okay guys, so let me just do a quick recap, and then I will let you get on with your day, getting out on the wheel to actually ride your own wheels. What I think about this wheel, I think if you are a new rider, you want to get into this sport or hobby, this is such a nice wheel. It reminds me, the build quality reminds me of the 9bots a few years back. It's just really solid. Everything is like really solid. If you're going to drop it, you've got so much space that you can put the baby bumpers, stick it all over here, and while you're learning, you can just cover the wheel and that stuff, and it will be protected. Everything is tucked away nicely. It's a nice round wheel. It's got a nice little lip here, front and rear, for kicking up dirt and dust and rain, so you will stay dry. Again, you know, all the massively expensive wheels sometimes doesn't even come with a mud guard, where this wheel is really nice and sorted on that side. It's got the ring lights here on the side that you can configure, so you can chop and change it how you feel and how your mood feels. And also, you know, if you are a smaller rider or a younger rider, even an older rider, and you just want to get started on this sport or riding an EUC, this for me is just such a nice wheel. You know, even when you sit down, you can really lift up the wheel. It's yeah, weight, size, comfort with a wide pedal. So if you've got big feet, yes, if you are a heavier rider, look at the V10F or look at any of the other bigger wheels, because you're going to need a more carrying capacity that this thing does not allow. Front lights, you know, it's just an all-round nice package. And this is my first Inmotion wheel that I've ridden, and it's yeah, I'm very impressed. You know, it's just a great wheel, an easy get up and go wheel. I feel comfortable charging it. You know, the pedals you can adjust, you can make them loose, so they are loose. You can also adjust them to be tighter, that they don't flop around. I've actually loosened both, so mine can flop out when needed. And this wheel has been here in Cape Town for quite a long time, being used by multiple people, and I'm not seeing any signs of like rust or corrosion. You know, if I have a look at the pedal hangers and whatever, everything is perfectly fine. So yeah, I give this wheel a big thumbs up. You know, a first wheel to get going on, and you'll probably use the wheel to go to the shops and so forth. if you don't need massive range, you don't need to kit up to go extreme speeds or whatever, I would always suggest like a helmet and wrist guards, just because my wrists are fallen on them so many times that I don't really want to damage them again. But hey man, big thumbs up for this wheel. You guys, if you are in Cape Town, check out the guys from IROLL.co.za if you want to ride this wheel or hire this wheel. They might have some other wheels when you come down here and you want to experience the learn how to ride an EEC, because the laws are so much more relaxed here. And then they can also sort out the wheel for you. They also do scooters or whatever, so check them out. Again, I'll drop the link in the description below. Also, if you want to buy this wheel and you're in the UK, the guys from SPEEDYFEET also sells them, so check them. Check them out. Anything else? Can't think about it. If there's any questions that you guys has got with about the wheel, please drop it in the comments below, and I'll try and answer it. I am going to have the wheel for another week, so drop them below and let me know if there's any questions. Also, give me some feedback if you have one. What do you like about the wheel? What do you don't like about the wheel? And why you would recommend this wheel to someone? And where did you buy it? It'd be quite interesting to find out where did you guys that watch the channel bought this wheel. Okay guys, sorry for the long waffle. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to help me grow this channel, and I will see you on the next ride. Cheers and thanks for watching. Ciao.